It didn't take long.
Hello, this is Pipkin06 and welcome to part 1 of our Titanic interior tutorial.
He is.
I'm just doing a quick flyover so you can see some of the interior. Of course, the full credit goes to Rich LaRousse for the exterior. He did an amazing job. We got as much detail in there as we could, working off schematics of the real ship. We're far from Titanic experts, so I'm sure it's not 100% accurate all over the ship. We just tried our best to interpret the schematics. I'm completely new to Minecraft tutorials, so I will be learning and improving along the way, and of course your feedback is going to be important. So please feel free to leave a comment if you feel certain aspects of the tutorials could be improved upon. Will isn't here for this part as we live a good hour apart and he isn't always able to be here. So with all that being said, let's make a start. So at this point your sea deck will be completely filled in. So I recommend just making a small entry point for easy access. Sea deck is just below the yellow line. So then below that you want a 4-block gap, and then D deck, do an outline all the way around the ship, 4-block gap, and then the same for E deck, 4-block gap, and the same for F deck all the way around, 4-block gap, and then G deck again. I'm just going to take it to the back of the ship just to show you how it goes around. It does go all the way around the ship and sits on the back bit like this. You're not filling them in at this point, you're just leaving them as an outline, and we'll be filling them in as we go along, filling the decks in. So now we're going to go to the front of the ship and we're going to focus on the peak frame. So before we start this, you're going to want to grab a block that looks like metal. We're using the City Texture Pack, so I'm using the netherite block, but just in case you're not, just grab a grey block, it'll be fine. So from this red block, you're going to want to go down by 6 and then place your metal block. Like that. And then from there, I think it's a total of 17 blocks down, but we'll double check it in a second. Sorry, I had a bit of lag at this point. So that should be $17 blocks. Just ignore the white outline for now, that's just to make things easier for me. So like I said, I'm new to all of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then the 17th block is underneath the white bit. So you just want to start filling that in a little bit, and then start bringing it up around the edges of the ship. And this bit should stop where the red meets the black. So you want to place your final metal block on the last red bit of the ship. And then after that bit, you want to do a 3-piece flat bit. I know it'll. Looks like I'm doing 2 for now, but you need to do yours by 3. And then just bring it down the other side as well. So remember, it shouldn't really be going any higher than the red block. If yours is going higher than that, then you need to bring it down a bit. Then we come back up here, and on the third block back, we need to start bringing it up again. I'll fill my white block in afterwards. So this should stop just underneath, just one block underneath the flooring for D-deck. That's as high as you should be taking it up. I'll try to keep the outlines to a minimum, because I don't know if they're going to be confusing for you. It just helps with the placement of things for like me and Will, because when we first did this, we didn't think we were going to have to do a tutorial for it, so we weren't really writing things down. Went along, so we're having to figure it all out again now. So like I said, don't put it above the flooring for deep. Deck is one block underneath, and then you just want to start filling it in as well as bringing it up on the other side. I am very sorry that we've had to start off with a bulkhead like this. They're not all like this, so don't worry. This is definitely the worst one to do. The other ones are just nice and straight. This one's a funny shape because it was like basically an air bubble at the front of the ship. There's not actually anything that goes inside of this, as far as we're aware. Nothing seems to be showing on the schematic anyway, it just looked empty. So I'm just going to fill my white block in. It won't be long until we're finished with this one now. So when you've done that, you want to do an outline along where the red is, all the way around to the front. So then you're going to come up here and do the same thing with this one as well. Remember, this should be one block below the flooring for D-deck. Just a nice simple outline. Just bring it round to meet your bulkhead. So once you've done that, you can fill it in. I dare say, if you did complete the exterior on Rich Lewis's channel, this is going to be like pitch black for you anyway, so you might want to start making use of night vision portions, or just randomly placing some lanterns around. I do recommend the night vision portions though. So it should start looking something like that now. And before we do anything, now it's just going to come into this bit. This bit is entirely optional, you don't have to do this, but if you want the detail in, then it's up to you. I'll just show you a little bit of it, but what we did on the original Titanic is we went around the entire red bit with the netherite block, because it is basically like a metal shell at the front of the ship. So we filled it in like this. I'll just do a few strips for you, but not the entire thing though. And like I said, this is entirely optional. You don't have to do it if you don't want. It's easy enough to do. It just adds that little bit of detail in. I do hope you are managing to follow along okay. If I've made anything too complicated to follow, or I haven't explained something very well, or the outlines are confusing you, then by all means leave a comment. It's going to be a big help, because these tutorials probably will improve as we go along. Your feedback's going to be really important for that. Obviously, I want to make it easy for you to follow. I want this to be successful for everybody, so definitely get. Those comments in if you think something could be done a different way or a bit easier. It's just a bit rubbish that we've had to start with this bulkhead. The rest are really, really easy, straightforward compared to this one. So, like I said, this bit is completely optional, entirely up to you. But either way, whether you've done that or not, just start filling this bit in.
Oops. Why filed me in here? That's annoying. She just received. It is a bit chilly. No entry, no fee. You need $1 million to come back in. Yeah. How you doing, buddy? Alright.
Still building the Titanic?
Yeah, no, in between the 2018 and 2024. This is the 2018 the exterior. Let's see, where's find the other one? There it is. All right. Not particular. I built a miniature.
She scared me.
Oh.
She was over there. I just heard something go.
I built a smaller Titanic and under where it was just like a few blocks, kind of like a little Easter egg type thing. And built like an underwater walkway. It was a little tough because then you need sponges to take out the water. I'm flying! Well, it's not really flying, I'm gliding.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, so down boat. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oops. Ow. This is the 2024 Titanic. More.
Did they build another one?
It's.
Kind of.
Well, in the video I've been trying to go along with it, they did do the 2024 and the 2018. And I think something's actually coming off in the pipe. This one's probably the hardest interior done lately. Oh, no, this way. This way. Oh, my back hurts. Where is it? Oh, trying to. Okay, there it is. Ooh. If I want to have people, well, other people play around, I'll have to get like a PlayStation Plus, where you have to. There's 3 months, like $50 for 3 months, and it's $100 for a year, $100 something for a year to do it. get other people to join in. I was doing the 3 months while I was playing another game called Fallout. And I was just taking up a lot of my money. So I was looking to do it up for a year. This is what I got done so far. Let's see. This way is to the fireman stairs. I don't know what I call that for. It just keeps going around and 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 around. And just like that floor. This is like one major bulkhead. I think bulkheads are where they kind of sealed the water from going. It was up to the 4th bulkhead, but then somehow the water went up and over the 5th one, and that's why it started to kind of break in the middle in a way. There's a thing on either Disney Plus about the Titanic.
So they hit an iceberg, right? That's why it sunk.
Like yes and no.